Hello everybody and welcome back to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 25. Welcome back everybody. We are back for day number 2. We have decided to label this as days instead of episodes. We are going to start plowing today, and we are going to, as you can see, we lost our field over there because we are now into September. Welcome back to day number 2 on this. We're going to come down here. We're going to go ahead and get our truck, or shall we say, let me reword that, our tractor started up and warmed up while we make some plans. We're going to run over to the field and check it real quick. Let's let her warm up a little bit. Head over here real quick and run to the field. Let's just cut right through here, right across the little creek here. Let's see, it should be wilted by now. We're hoping. Anyways, we did plan this. We talked about that. Yep, it's all wilted. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start plowing this in today. Plowing this under. There we go. All right. So what's the best way to do it? Come out there, and can I get across? Yeah, right there. We're going to come across right into there. We can actually come straight across. Right out of here. Perfect. Perfect. As I jumped over the fence the last time. But it was hilarious when I woke up this morning after posting the last video. I called it, everybody. I did. I'm not going to get into too many details with what happened and what's going on, but I did call it. So for those of you who are here and watching this, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're watching this, and I'm glad it's something that you enjoy, because we're going to continue it. We talked about that. So I'm not going to get into too many details, like I said, but we're going to continue on with what we got to do. Now, this is the only thing. I'm waiting for manual attach to show up so that we can get out and do it the right way. Right now, we don't have that mod in here because it's not part of it yet. Nice. I just like the whole game just feels like it's changed completely, and that's I really like that. I mean, it's like, yeah, they did some visual changes, but they also did some, it's just like aesthetics, and not necessarily aesthetics, but just the whole feel of the game feels just right. Now, we're not going to be able to use GPS on this because this tractor would not have it, so we're going to have to do this by hand. All right. So many people have asked me, I'll rotate plow. There we go. Many people have asked me which way that you plow and which way to do it correctly. This is what's called a mold board plow. Okay, for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, for the real farmers out there, kind of ignore it. But this here is a mold board plow. Each one of these is 12 inches apart. And this one here is 2.5 meters wide, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then each time it can rotate. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, and this is going out to MGL and Van Ham Gaming and stuff, those guys asked, you always want to push your furrows towards the part that you've already plowed. So you see how I have that facing outward? So when I plow it, it's going to push the dirt this way. It always pushes it opposite. So then when we get down to the other end, we're going to flip it around and push the dirt back onto the part we already plowed. You guys can understand that. I'll get out and I'll show you guys down here too. So when we get down here, we're gonna have to get into here a little bit. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to get this down, because realistically you're going to go about 2 to 3 miles an hour with this plowing. So we might even go 1. Well, let's try. We'll see what it is there. Okay. Now you see how my furrows are going to push outwards. It always, like I said, it always pushes out. So it's going to push it from my right to my right. So then when we get down, like I said, to the other end and we come around, we're going to flip the plow around and push it onto the part that we already plowed. So we're going to lower that, and then we're going to set our cruise. Now, until they get some additional game settings and things in here, we're just going to be using cruise control for our speeds. There we go. That's about what you plow. Let's get over a little bit more. Make sure that we are plowing correctly. Perfect. Perfect. We can probably get away with going. Let's see what this does here. There we go. That's about right with this tractor. Now we're way under horsepower from what this is. And then also, if you guys ever play in cab, you want to line your left tire on the outside of the field, because what happens is this 2.5 meters, your tractor is generally about 2.5 to 3 meters wide. So you want to roll it right on the edge. Now when we come down here, we're going to we'll have a furrow, and I'll show you what that means. Should, from the videos I've seen from people plowing. So we are going to go here, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to get to right out to the end. Get that right there. And then we're going to come down here. Now, see those? These are called furrows. Now, you see this big groove here? When you come back, you want to put your tire in that and come back. So you see how our plow is facing this way? When we come back, we're going to flip it around and face it towards the crop so that it pushes the furrows this way. And we're going to go back and forth. But what we're going to do is, because this field is oblong, does anybody else ever notice those little floaty things? At first I thought, when I was going to the next day, I thought it was snow. I really did. I thought it was like snow, and I was like, what the heck's going on here? And I tried to change it, but it's part of the game. So, do we have stones on? I think we do, right? Do we have stones on? I think I turned it all on. Let's see. Game settings. Crop section. Periodic plowing. We got to have this on. That's on. Okay. Because we want to plow every once in a while. What we want to do. I usually turn it off, but... Alright, so there we go. Now we're going to back up, and we're going to continue on going down straight. And then we're going to come down, and then once we get that furrow done... Actually, you know what? This is where you got to think a little bit about how you want to do this. I think we're going to have enough to... What we should have done is ran it the other way. Yeah, because you don't want to... You want to make your furrows all go the same way. Okay, so let's do this now. We're going to keep it all the same way. Oh, it's starting to rain. Now, you can plow in the rain, just so you guys know. Now, we can also drive on this because it's wilted, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Whoa, we went down over the hill there. Now, we want to get our tires lined up right in there, and then we want to rotate our plow this way. See how we're going to pull that right that way and push it back onto the random thing. Now, if you had GPS, you would let's lower that down. Now, I wouldn't lower it down here because I'd still be in the grass, but we're going to do it this way since we can show you guys, and then we're going to get our cruise control. Now, as long as it doesn't rain like crazy, we can still plow. Once it starts to rain a little bit harder, we're not going to be able to plow that much because it'll loosen the ground up. We do have stones, so that's good. We'll be able to get some stones, make our own line maybe. There we go. I like that. You see on the front fender how it's getting it? Now you see where I'm putting my tire, right in that furrow. Right in the furrow. This is great. They did a really good job on this. So we're going to judge this a little bit here, and if we go a little bit, we can go maybe the rest of this furrow, and then we're going to have to figure out something else to do because we can't really plow too much in the rain. You can, but it makes a mess. You want the dirt to be nice and dry. You don't want it to be too wet because otherwise you're just making a muddy mess. So let's do this. We're going to get here and right to the end of our field. See that? And you're hitting everything. See that? We're just going to go a little bit farther. Now, normally I wouldn't plow into the grass like that. So then I would reverse it and go this way now and go back. But because we're raining, how long are we going to be raining for? Let's, where is the weather? Where's the weather? Is it the... oh, we're here. It's going to rain until noon. So we're going to have to wait until noon when it stops. So why don't we just go ahead and park this over here? I put in a few mods, and I'm not going to continue to do that. We talked about that last time. But I did put in a few that had dropped, and eventually we're going to get rid of them. But we're going to look at that. Look at the dirt on the tire. Oh, this is amazing. This is just feels right. We're just going to go ahead and park this in here since we're going to be plowing probably for a couple of days. And what I want to do is before it gets too wet, look at the tire tracks. This makes me happy. All right, see, we hit everything, and then when we come back, we'll put our tire right in this furrow right here, and we're going to push the dirt back this way. So I hope that answered the question for many of you who had questions about which way to plow and how to do it the correct way, and go from there. But you want to try to keep your furrows. This is one thing I want to tell you guys. You want to keep your furrows all going the same way. So you don't want to like come out here and stop at the end of the field. And if you have to run one way, if you're planning on cultivating, it's different because you're going to cultivate these furrows in. But if you, like some farmers, like will go like and stop here and then they'll do one row this way on the outside like this. We try not to do that too much if we can help it. Sorry, itch on my eardrum. That was crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for all the well wishes too. I was a little under the weather when I first came back, but let me go down here real quick and I'll show you guys. See how we're all going the same way? Making our furrows all nice and pretty the same way. That's why you don't want to come down here and then go this way because you're going to make that end furrow different. Okay? Especially if you're doing potatoes or sugar beets because they get planted in the furrows. So, but we're gonna be picking up these rocks, so we're gonna need yeah, I adjusted my headphones and it's crazy. But we're gonna need we're gonna cultivate this in anyway, so it won't matter how we do it. But this tractor is extremely underpowered for this plow. Normally we would use the littler one, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna put this right in here. We'll leave her hooked up too because we're gonna wait until about another hour when it stops raining, and then we can come back and. Ooh, this is going to be for bales, by the way. Get her in here. Shut it. Whoops. We want to lower this down. I like it. All right. It's a good thing we don't get wet. All right. So now we're going to get into the construction menu. I downloaded this bale spike from the in-game mod hub, so I don't know where to go and I don't know what to do with this. Factories, fences, sculpting. I think it's what would the fuel tank be under? Would it be a factory? I don't think so, right? Decoration, maybe fences. It might be under sheds. There's a workshop. Oh, right here is how you change it. Silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers. There we go. There's that one. We want to put that. Yeah, it is. It's owned by me. Don't even start. Don't even threaten me with a good time. We want to get this a little bit. Let's since our field is down, we're going to be bringing this over and filling this up every day. So let's go right here because we're going to fill this right now. We're going to pay for it to be filled. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to cough in your ears. I still get that little tickle cough. All right, let's fill this. There, now that's full. And then the other thing I got was construction and then tools. I think we're going to need the pressure washer because we're going to have a lot of mud. So like I said, majority of our farm and stuff is going to be over here. But let's see. Let's put this right here because we're going to wash this stuff as we go. We don't want to put it in front of our door. We go right here with it. That's our pressure washer. And then we want to go, there's that. We want to go this. This is our mobile workshop. So we're going to stick this. I think we're going to stick our tractors over there, but we're going to bring them over here to work on them. Because I do like this this little setup here. There we go. There. So now we've got. We're going to leave that. Now, how do you paint? You go to construction. There, sculpting, painting, and I think it's this one. Or is it this one? Nope. Or is it this one? Nope. I would assume probably then it's this one. Oh, I like the preciseness of this. Of it. Oh, this is way different than 22. And we're going to come down here. Do this. And then once that range stops, we'll be able to... Now, we're going to... What's this say? Areas restricted. Oh, that's kind of cool how they tell you that you can't paint there. It's going to kind of drive in like that. Oh, I like how precise this is. Way better they fixed it. There. Now that would be undergrown over there. There we go. Now we'll just kind of drive in this way to fill our fuel. All right, so we're going to do that every day. Now, what I want to try to do is the next thing we're going to buy is, I think we want to do a skid loader with, I want to see what kind of trailers they have. First of all, they have forklifts, skid loaders. Now, is that, where is vehicles, packs? Where would be, I think it's front loader tools. Nope. Oh. There it is. So it's a front loader that I need. So do we have adapters in this from a skid loader? Because I shouldn't have downloaded that. Is what I shouldn't have done. So let's see. I like my skid loaders. Let's try this. I'm still learning, guys, so bear with me. We might have to go with this one. Oh, check that out. Stump cutters, everything. It's pretty cool. Might have to go with that because at home what we do is we use a skid loader on my farm to load bales and stuff. But the other thing I want to check is there trailers? There's flatbeds. Is there like a trailer for like a skid loader so I can bring it back? See, what we should have done is we should have bought this one. We should have bought this one, to be honest with you. A little bit better. It's only 1.5 meters, but we'll be all right. We'll eventually do it. So what do we want first? I think we want... where's... Like, I don't know where everything is yet, so I'm still learning. Where is the... Ooh, used vehicles. I like this 8210. Really do. That's vehicles. But where is the... Oh, seed tanks. Oh, there we go. We just got to go down. Got to go down, Fury. There's consumables. Where's the fertilizer spreaders, or sprayers? That's the other thing we could do is we can get... They got the SMAZ in here. That's good. Because that's 100 horsepower, 110. What? Why would that take 110 horsepower? That doesn't make any sense. We drive ours with our little 70 horsepower Fiat, and it works well. Yeah, that's about right, 60. But 110, if we do that, that's all we can buy is the front. All right, so I need fertilizer, sprayers, spreaders. I'm still looking. Half my videos are going to be trying to find stuff anymore until I get going at it. Once we get enough videos in, and I'll know exactly where to go. Because I know baling, you got to do netting and stuff now, right? I'm still looking for baling, root crops, vegetables, special crops, grapes, olives, animals. Forestry, mulchers, hand tools. Bales. Is it only big bales you can buy? Or can you buy the little baby bales? That's going to be a mod. All right, so where is the fertilizer spreaders? Anybody knows? Let me know in the comment or let me know in your comments down there about where the fertilizer spreaders are and sprayers. Because there's vegetables, root crops, baling, grassland, forage, combine, sprayers. There's sprayers. Do they have a little one in here? No, we can't do that one. Because I don't want to do 24 meters. Need a small one. Seed tanks. Oh, the spreaders right in front of me, Fury. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Is that a seeder? Fertilizer spreader. Okay, so that does seeds, though. Okay. And this, wait, is that seeds or fertilizer? There's lime and seeds, is it? Or is that lime and fertilizer? So that just does fertilizer. Okay. So let's is that right? Does that just do fertilizer? I'm assuming, right? What's the symbol? Because that's fertilizer and lime. Fertilizer, fertilizer, and lime, and fertilizer. Okay, so that's the only one that does lime. It's the only sorry. Sorry guys, I apologize for that. I just can't. I get talking and it tickles my throat. So why is that so big? Like, we have a smaller one? Because I really, really don't want that. I really don't want that big of... I don't mind this one here. That's 14 meters, but it fits more on our tractor than this one's 42 meters. I mean, they made them huge. Huge. I'm going to look into getting some smaller ones. I know the mods haven't dropped yet because the sprayers are still even massive. Look at, like, 24 meters wide. I mean, that's crazy. That's like massive. Ours is only 12 meters at home, and that's massive already. So I guess we're going to buy this one. All right. So now that should be 120 kilograms. Good. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down with our truck, and with 120 kilograms, we can pick that up and put it in the back of our truck, which is what we're going to do. Oh, actually, we've stopped raining. So let's get back to plowing again. We'll keep going on this because otherwise it's going to take us forever and a day. But we've accomplished this. Like I said, guys, it's going to be a slower series. Very slow. Something tells me I hit it. Something tells me I hit it. How do I go even in there? It's funny when you get in there, isn't it? I love the sound of the tractors. Really do. All right, so we've turned our plow, and now we can... Now, if you don't have a turnable plow, you can just go down one way and then come back up the other way. But because we bought a reversible plow... Oh, look at the tracks stay there, too. So I'll bet you if you're doing, like, bales and stuff, it should mess it up. There we go. We'll get this done. We'll get into the furrow. Drop down. Oh, man. Super awesome. Perfect. All right. We're in the furrow because you can see by the tractor. Oh, man. They did a good job. Perfect. So how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I know it took me a while to... If you noticed, I shortened down the intro because I didn't want to go this huge menagerie of saying a bunch of stuff. You guys already know what it is. I don't need to be repeating it every time. I don't need to do the things in threes. That was for Farming Simulator 22. We're past that now. So we're into 25, so we can do this the right way, and I don't have to worry about saying things in threes anymore and all that stuff. So excited about that. Excited about moving on. So Perfect. And then we're going to go all the way right up over this thing. I like how it adjusts, because that's what it would feel like. And boom. Now that would normally tear that ground up. And then, oops, we want to reverse this. I am going to buy a mower and mow this too. Get us down in the furrow as soon as it drops down. Boom. Go a little bit farther forward. Perfect. And away we go for pass number 3. Now, like I said, it may take us a few days, because in real life you probably would take a couple, 2-3 days to do this. It's very, very slow going. A lot of people don't understand how slow it is to actually plow and do farm work. You know, like I've told you guys 100 times, when you're harvesting, you're only going like 3 miles an hour. You know, the guys that go 4, 5, 6 are the ones that are in the Midwest, in the United States, that are flat open, you know, really super, you know, wide open and flat. And, you know, in my area, it looks like this. So there's a lot of hills and there's a lot of things that are going on with that. So you're not going, you know, that fast. Plus, you know, like when you're doing this sort of thing, you're literally ripping the ground up. So it takes time, and it would, like, if you went super fast, you would break those. These are called tines. You would break these tines right off here, you know. But you see how we're catching everything? It's almost like I've done this before. But then you see how it's pushing the dirt onto the area, right? There we go. And then we're going to flip that around. Just like the way this tractor sounds. Right down in the furrow. Drop it down, and away we go. That was, like I said, I was kind of disappointed when I saw some of the things that I saw when I first got up after the video was loaded up. But it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. You know, it ain't what it ain't, as I always say. And I'm not going to go and call anybody out or anything stupid like that, because that's not the way my channel goes. You guys know I'm not a negative person. But I just thought it was funny that I called it, you know, and it wasn't even, the video wasn't even up like maybe 3 hours, and it was already getting what I thought was going to happen to it. You know, I called it. See that? Those little white dots, what are those? So we're going to absolutely have to buy a rock picker too. So now you know why it's going so slow. Just hit 3 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody. I just like the deformation of the ground and how it like breaks down the grass and everything else when you're going on it. You see where I drove into it last time. Like I said, it's not going to matter too much. You do get a little compaction, but it's not going to matter too much because we are ripping it up. Whew, that's going to make me go. Look at the dirt. I got to see something. The dirt inside the tires. Oh, that's dope. Drop down in. You can see we're not missing any, and I don't have to. Like a lot of people, they say, well, I can't see anything when I'm in cab and things, but in a tractor, this is what you see. So you have to get improvised. Like there's a lot of times when I was growing up that we didn't have GPS and stuff. The tractors just weren't mounted with it, And so we didn't have the ability, like my newer tractors, they have it on it, so we're so spoiled. But the older tractors, like my 4640 and my 4440, they didn't have it in it. So there was times when Dad would put on like a big 10-foot pole and tie it to the front, bolt it right to the front, and it would go out 5 foot on one side and 5 foot on the other. And it was like a 10-foot pole, and that was how big our fertilizer spreader was and sprayer. So we knew exactly if you could line it up. And we just got to the point where we could judge it without even having to look back. And that's why I know right now that I'm hitting it. And I don't even have to look back because I'm inside this furrow. And if you've noticed, we haven't missed any. So for those of you who wonder if you are able to play the whole game in cab, yes, you are. So, and I'm going to prove that. And I'm going to prove it every series. I do like how these tire tracks stay here. Let's back up just a little bit. See how close I am. Ready? Maybe I could get a little closer. We're ripping some ground, everybody. Yeah, I'm not sick per se. I'm just like, I got severe allergies, and I think a lot of it was coming back from the different time frames, like the different temperature changes and things, and I just got like sick that way. But I'm not really like sick. Like, as you can hear, my voice isn't sick and things like that. I just got a little baby tickle cough, and I had a little bit of a sinus headache coming back, and like I said, I think that was just the difference in weather. But it wasn't enough. It's not enough to stop me or knock me down. I still got work to do. Farms never stop, and that's the fun part, is that your life doesn't stop even if you're sick. You got to keep going. So, but what a beautiful map, what a beautiful game. They've, so far from what I've experienced it, and this is only my second episode, we were on it for 46 minutes last time. By the time we're done with this, we're going to be on it for about 90 minutes already, and I'm loving every single minute of it so far. They've changed it enough from Farm Sim 22 to make it absolutely a completely different game, and every time, I think going forward, every 3 years, it's going to be something where they're going to continue to improve it, because this is what my goal was, is that I like how it destroys the crops, like, you know, absolutely great. Now we'll go reverse that. It's just they're outdoing themselves, and that's the way they should be. I just didn't like the feel of that tractor, so I want to be a little more safer when I come around here. I just think for me, and then, like I said, this is just me. Right down in it, drop, drop, drop. See how that drops? It's just great. Whoops. Perfect. I just, like, for me, when it says farming simulator, I want to simulate farming. I don't want to come on here and, you know, harvest at 40 miles an hour and things like that. I did that enough on Farm Sim 22 where, you know, we were using stuff that was so unrealistic, like 10, 15, 50 million liter stuff. I mean, it was absolutely insane. And I got so far away from myself that I didn't even know that I was playing Farm Sim anymore. It got to the point where it's like, oh, I'll just do 1,000 trees again. And like, you don't even think about what you're saying until you realize later that, like, on what's the map? Piney Acres, we did 28,000 trees. I mean, most people don't even do that in the whole iteration of Farm Sim, let alone we did it in like 30 episodes. And then I did 2,200 on Oceanside Forest. So that's pretty close to, you know, 30,200 trees or something like that. 30,000 trees. Like, just ridiculously unrealistic, ridiculously unstupid. You know, like the clearing out the quarry not doing it legit, just taking a thing, and I just got so far away from myself. But we're back. We're back again, as they say, as Backstreet Boys says. Look at that. It's almost like we know what we're doing. I'm really, I said that 3 times. I know. I'm going to say it the 4th time. Really. This is super realistic. The furrows. Super. And see how they did it? Like, they put rocks on top of it. Because when you're using this mold board plow, you're going to dig up the rocks that are going to be on the surface. And I like how the dirt acquires in the tires. All right. I like how the tires stay there, the tire tracks. Man, what a great job so far that they've done on the game. I think, like I was telling you guys earlier, I think it comes back to, you know, for me, like I said a few minutes ago, I want to play Farm Sim to simulate farming. I don't want to play Farm Sim to go crazy and just get everything done. And unfortunately, that's why I got to mention things like, you know, I understand that there's a lot of people that can't watch it when I play in cap. You can't really see what's going on. But on the same token, you know, if you want, what I can do is this. Okay? This is how you have your plow. You always want it away from it. Okay? But, you know, this is how you farm. Excuse me, everybody. There. There. Sorry. I will get over this little cough, I swear. But the mirrors all work nice. Everything works good. And it's funny when I have that little cough. It's like funny. I'll be talking away, and all of a sudden it'll just be like, it'll come out of nowhere. And it'll just be like, okay. And then I'll be fine for the next 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll be fine. Now, if I'm sitting at home and I'm sitting on the computer editing a video or not, I already got a front loader machine on this, so we don't need a skid loader. We got a front loader on this, so we can load fertilizer and stuff. Because I think what we'll do is we'll buy the pallet of fertilizer, and we'll put the fertilizer in at the store, bring it back on the back of the tractor, and then on the front we'll take the rest of the pallet and bring it back on the front loader. And then when we go down, we'll buy a trailer and we'll load up some fertilizer that way. See how that's sliding in the front? Super realistic. This tractor is very, very under horsepowered for this plow. It really is. So we got about another half an hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our tractor away, because just like in real farming, we're not going to leave this tractor out in the field and just start where we left off, because that's not how it works. You put your tractor away. Now, have I left my tractor out? Yes. If it's the field, like we have a 20-acre field right next to my house. Like literally, my house is like right there in that little pasture there. And so I've left the tractor out. But I also live in the middle of nowhere. But because we're new to the neighborhood and we don't know how it works here, we're going to put this tractor away. So we're going to get this. We'll keep it the same. And the reason why I say that is because we're not going to flip the plow around. I don't know if I drive the tractor on this hill or not like that, because we're going to start up here. But look at our little work, guys. Look at our handiwork. Did pretty good so far. We got about half the field done in one day. We're going to finish up the other half tomorrow. And I'm also going to prove to you guys once and for all that you can do 28-day months and have it super realistic and have it super right, you know. So we're going to leave this right here, since we'll be plowing in the morning. And then what we do is every single morning you come out and you fill the tractor with fuel and you give her a bath every morning. So that's what we're going to do, and that's every day we do that. So that's what we're going to work on. Now we're going to go to the next day before once I save it with you guys. Now we're going to let that run for a minute, and while we say our goodbyes, and let that idle down, let her cool off a little bit. Actually, you always want to lower it down because it takes the pressure off the PTO and things like that. This one doesn't have a PTO, it's just got the wires, but it takes the pressure off of everything. So, all right, guys, we made it to the end of day number 2. We've got about a quarter of the field done. but we also lost 2 hours with the rain. But we did get our fuel tank done. Now that holds 1,000 liters. Now that should last us quite a while. And we've got our workshop. So what we're going to do is every single morning we're going to pressure wash. We're going to fix our tractor in excuse me. There, gosh. We're going to pressure wash, and then we're going to work on our tractor, get it done, and we're going to fill it with fuel, and then we're going to work. And then we're going to keep going with plowing and see how far we can get every single day. And like I said, for those of you who didn't believe me, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant as far as this is going to be realistic speeds, realistic in cab, realistic everything. So please, please understand that when I say that, I don't care, and I don't want to sound rude. I really don't. I don't want to sound rude. That I don't care that you guys want me to go faster. That's not what I want to do. I want to do, and I by no means I mean anything rude by, because I don't mean that, but I just want to put out videos that I want to put out from now on. I hope you guys can all understand that. Where I just noticed there's a tree up here too, so when we get to the end, we're going to have to, how would you cut one of these trees down? That's crazy. So, the other thing we decided, that if we decide to move our farm someplace else, we're going to have to build a house. So that'd be kind of cool. All right, so let's get done. We're done with that. We've gone a little bit longer than what we wanted to. So on that note, you guys know how it works now. So please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell to get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all, and I will catch you guys right back here probably tomorrow or the next day. Ooh, real quick. Now, can we use this too? Is this part of our farm? I would assume. So we can park stuff in here too. I wouldn't put necessarily bales in it, but we can try. Oh yeah, it's right around the backside of our house. So what I might do, though, is park the truck in there, though. Here we go. So, yeah, we can, that fertilizer seeder, or fertilizer spreader is only 100 kilograms. So we could pick that up and put that in here if we need to. All right, guys and gals, I will catch you guys right back here tomorrow. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you guys stick around. For those of you who can't stand this style, I do understand that you move on. I really do. Trust me, I get it. I want you guys to watch what you want to watch to make you happy, but for those of you who want to be here, I'm glad you're here, and I want you guys to stick around. So on that note, we'll catch you guys right back here on the flip side. Have a great one, everyone.